Sorry. Let me say good afternoon to you all. As you may recall, in our previous engulfment, I stated that under the leadership of His Excellency, an environmental sin against humanity and against God. We promise to carry the good people of Ghana along with these periodic updates. And today I'm here to provide key developments in this fight. Last month, we assured the nation that we will intensify efforts to trace the financiers and owners of heavy-duty equipment used for illegal mining. Today, we are pleased to announce a significant breakthrough in this critical fight. One of the most egregious cases we have uncovered involves Akonta Mining Company Limited, a company legally registered and granted a government lease to mine responsibly off reserve outside the forest. The company, however, does not possess an entry permit into the forest reserve of the Samabroy Enclave of the Western North region. Yet, investigations reveal that Akonta Mining has flagrantly abused this lease. In August, as you recall, in August 2022, the Forestry Commission, with the assistance of the Ghana Police, made some arrests of persons associated with Akonta Mining, encroaching on the forest reserves, specifically Compat 161. The docket was supposedly transferred to Accra for further action, and yet nothing was heard of it. This company has not only trespassed into protected reserves, but has become a criminal syndicate, selling access of the Aboe Forest Reserve to illegal miners for a staggering 300,000 Ghana cedi per concession. Worse, these illegal miners operate under Akonta's protection, devastating the river tunnel and surrounding forests with impunity. They have encroached compartments 49, compartment 121 of the Tanom Nimri Forest Reserve. We gathered a team of investigators to go undercover to make inquiries about the details of these operations. Our undercover team uncovered a well-oiled machinery of destruction. One representative of Akonta Mining, is the liaison of these dealings. He serves as the gatekeeper, negotiating fees and granting illegal access. The concessions are then subleased to individuals like one Mr. Henry and another individual identified as Shak, who are to oversee the devastation of the Aboe Forest Reserve and the Tano River. As part of the agreement between Akonta Mining and the illegal miners, a weekly royalties of 250 grams of gold are to be paid to the company, lining the pockets of Akonta's collaborators. Another breakthrough revelation is that this criminal enterprise thrives because of the active collusion and connivance of some forestry officers and some security personnel. Here is how it works. Part of the 300,000 Ghana cedi fees goes to the Akonta Mining, a portion goes to Sahari and Shak and their cohorts, and another portion goes to the forestry and security officials, according to investigators. These officers take a cut as a service charge in exchange for protection and tip-offs in the event of an impending raid. There's no control over the activities of these illegal miners whatsoever. They continue to destroy with impunity, knowing that they are operating under the cover of the lease of Akonta Mining Company. Some interviews conducted with a few of the residents indicate that the modus operandi of Akonta Mining is to use force to enter and destroy even the farmlands and produce of poor farmers in the area. Armed with this intelligence, on the eve of Good Friday, 17th of April, an intelligence-led operation by the Ghana Police Force and the Forestry Commission led to the raid of 6 illegal mining sites linked to akonta mining. This operation is still ongoing because the officers are still conducting operations, and that operation will continue in the coming weeks. The operation in compartment 19, which began at 5 a.m. on that day, lasted for a whopping 12 hours. And the last 3 days has also continued. So far, 51 arrests have been made, 8 Chinese nationals, 39 Ghanaian, and 4 women. So far, we have seized about 30 excavators. 5 have been required impounded at the operation base. 2 pump-action guns loaded with 5 and 2 rounds of BP cartridges each. 1 single barrel gun retrieved. We have confiscated 2 Toyota Hilux pickups, 1 Toyota RAV4, 4 motorbikes, and a cache of mining equipment. All suspects have been transported to Accra and in the custody of the Ghana Police Service pending prosecution. In light of the overwhelming evidence, I have authorized the Minerals Commission to immediately take steps to revoke the lease of akonta mining with immediate effect. I've directed the Forestry Commission officials connected to these illegalities be immediately interdicted pending further investigations and prosecution. Security agencies have been notified to investigate security officers who have had dealings with akonta mining in this particular forest reserve. The Attorney General has also been briefed and has taken over the investigation for further action. Akonta mining does not have a lease to mine in the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve, let it be noted. And their mining activities in the forest are illegal and criminal. And that the NDC Mahama government will stop at nothing to bring this company and or any other company that is engaged in a similar act to book. This is a warning to all large-scale mining concession holders hiding behind legal leases to fund the destruction of our forests and river bodies. We know some of your schemes, and we are coming after you. To those who are continue to be lured into this activity, there's a better way. We stand ready to support you with better alternatives. But to those who persist in defiance, the state will act without mercy. To the media and the people of Ghana, your vigilance is crucial. Your advocacy is crucial. Report illegal mining activities and trust that this government will act. Let it be clear, we will not stop until Galamsey is completely uprooted. We will not stop until our waters run blue. We will not stop until our forests are turned green. Say it again. We will not stop this fight until our waters run blue. We will not stop until our forests are turned green. We will not stop until the soul of our country is healed. We will not stop until every financier, every enabler, the real architects of this destruction face the full rigors of the law. We will name, we will shame, we will prosecute them. I thank you. May God bless our homeland, Ghana. Senior forest reserve, protect.
There is a pushback to government's decision to let go the foreign nationals who are found in the Galamsey pits. Why is government bent on sending them back instead of prosecuting them?
I will let the minister because I don't want to say anything that is out of step with that decision by the Minister for Interior. Our team is working with the investigators to try to work with the DVL and others. We want to be able to track it all the way. But as I said, this is an ongoing operations and investigation. And I believe that we are going in that direction as you have described. I will not disclose too much of where we are in the investigation. to the right authorities, and we are pursuing that exactly what we are. We want to make sure we track all the way to the owners of these excavators, because they must also bear the brunt of this. But I will leave that at that point, because it's an ongoing investigation.
So I wanted to ask again, since it started after your appointment till now, how many arrests have been made and how many excavators?
Oh, I think that the arrests, I've lost count, but I can tell you that there has been more than 200 arrests, over 200 arrests, over 200, and the excavators. I'm sure the last time at the MPP, I thought it was 700. I'm getting close to that. Now that I have, so we've passed over 100 and something, right? 150 by now. So I hear that by the time you get to 700, you should be watching it, because that's when they fly. But we are very vigilant. We're very vigilant. You know, I've watched that video after the operations. I watched that video, and every time I watch it, I get emotional, because I cannot believe that we have Ghanaian citizens that would decide that this is how they are going to make money. And I believe every Ghanaian should be emotional as I am. I was trying to avoid it, but thank you. Yes.
We have a petition currently sitting with the Inspector General of Police. We had a petition with the President himself. We had a petition with the Attorney General. Remember, the Attorney General told us that they don't carry out primary investigations. So he directed us to the IGP. The IGP passed the case on to the Director General of CI. There was enough evidence to prosecute akonta when this thing happened. Not only had he gone into the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve without a permit, he was also flouting the buffer policy. He was mining virtually in the tunnel. And there was ample evidence. There was a clash between his company and the people of Samatex. Ask what they were doing there, whether they were going to catch cockroaches. It was because he wanted to go in there and the people were fighting back. So for some of us, I think this is an important thing that has been done. And we all need to ensure that we deal with things like this. Because again, as has been said, you need to deal with the root cause. Otherwise, you will not be able to resolve this challenge. So I am pretty sure, unfortunately for us, we have the CEO for the Minerals Commission, because at that time, the CEO for the Minerals Commission confirmed it when the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources said that akonta mining was involved in an illegality at the time. And I know for a fact that the Forestry Commission had also done some investigations, had spoken to the investigators who had done some work. But unfortunately, sitting on the platform in Koforidua, His Excellency, the former president, when I asked him about what he was doing about akonta mining, he looked all Ghanaians in the face and answered the question that akonta mining was not involved in Galamsey as we speak. Who had asked him a question about mining as we speak? The question was about the illegality that his minister had complained about, his regulator had spoken about, the police had been there. And so I'm happy that this is happening. I'm happy that for once, you've gone a step beyond what the former Minister for Lands is doing, and we would entreat the Attorney General and everybody else to ensure that we deal with things like this. If we don't, unfortunately, the windows are closing upon us. And when you see the level of devastation that has been done, ask Dr. Brown. They'll tell you that for every hectare, it would cost us over $40,000 to be able to restore. So multiply the number of hectares that you've seen destroyed there. That's 7,500. Multiply that by 40,000 and see how many billions of dollars that will require. And ask yourself how much of that has come into our coffers. So, Honorable Minister, I think this is a very important thing. And for all of us, we will be counting the number of days for this case to go to court. I know the Attorney General will be asking that he wants to make sure there's a solid case and all of that. There's ample evidence of the illegality that has been done from 2 years ago up till today. And now, fortunately for us, we've done intelligence-led work. And so we all will be watching. And I'm pretty sure some of us will start going to look for money so that we'll join the case to ensure that though it's a criminal case, we'll join the case and start taking action also into go to Arusha and all of that. Because some of these things that are being done, they are ecocidal, they are genocidal. This is mass murder is what is happening. And I would entreat that the issues of the excavators, Honorable Minister, it is important that we start publishing the names of everybody who's ordered an excavator that is in there. Everybody who's bought it, sold it, hide it. And I would urge that the work that was done by the Minerals Commission, the pilot that was done, we find a way of extending it. Because that was a great work that was done. That was a partnership between the Minerals Commission and the UMAT professors. So we need to do that. Because currently now, excavators are weapons of mass destruction. And you see what that has been able to do to us. 7,500 hectares. Multiply that by 2.5. Multiply that by 4 to get a number of plots. Just multiply that. And see the damage you are doing to ourselves. So, Honorable Minister, this is a very important one. And I hope that the media will focus on this and make sure that we get to the bottom of it. Thank you very much.
Who have responsibility? Mine inspectors who had a responsibility. The forestry officers who had a responsibility. I want to know from you, Mr. Minister, are you going to commission an investigation into the structural failure as far as this occurrence is concerned? And I'm happy that Mr. Izzy is here. We had the same issue in 2022. Did we revoke the lease of akonta mining? Because if we realize they were engaging in illegality, what steps did the Mineral Commission itself take? All these are unknown to us. But if we don't start enforcing institutional accountability, we will not make any progress, because the people who facilitated this one will just move to the next site. So people must start being held accountable for criminal negligence, for failure to actually honor and execute their responsibility. All that is happening here today is a betrayal of the trust that we have vested into people. Mr. Minister, these are businessmen who would have any kind of evil mind. But we pay people with our tax money to make sure these things don't occur. How did it happen? Let us not just unveil the defects and the failures and the crimes. We should also get to know why and how it happened. And the failures within our systems that led to it occurring. And more importantly, holding those who use our taxpayers' money to be accountable for allowing it to happen.
Thank you very much. I think it's a very important. Don't shield any of our institutions, and that's why I've called for immediate interdiction of officials of the forestry who are in any way connected this. And I think that I'm going a step further on the mining inspectorate division, and to make sure that we also investigate their role in this. Exactly who slept on the job, who connived with them, who decided that he won't cover, because clear violations of the inspectorate guidelines are visible for us to see. And so those are very important ones and will require the Minerals Commission to make sure. It is part of the reason why we are undertaking this massive reform on this whole licensing regime, and you will see that it will dovetail into the structural changes that we want to bring in the Minerals Commission. Thank you very much.